Forte is the first juvenile champion to retire to Spendthrift Farm in more than 4 decades, and breeders have responded with enthusiasm. Here, Mark Toothaker tells us more about the multiple Grade 1 winning Son of Violence.
Forte got in here, right around the 20th of October. We were excited to get him in. Breeders have loved it when you bring him out on the end of the shank. He's just got a classy look to him. He stands over some ground. He's 16, 1.5. But he's 3, so I think by the time he gets done he'll be 16.2 for sure. But he's got that Medaglia d'Oro length to him, and he's just such a good mover. He's been hugely popular here, completely sold out. Most every mare he's got's a black type mare, so he's going to get a huge chance.
Forte was very special from the very beginning. He's just an exceptional colt, enormous talent. Tactical speed, ability to stretch out, pretty much everything you're looking for in a racehorse.
He just knew where the wire was, and that was our biggest comment about him, is that if you ever got in a dogfight with him, he knew how to win. He starts out breaking his maiden in May, so he gets to the races early, and then comes back, runs a big race in the Hopeful. Comes back, wins the Breeders Futurity here at Keeneland, and then tops it off by winning the Breeders Cup. He set the really good trip, in there that day, and a horse that he had so much class. He's just so push button, and when he made that run around the turn, it was impressive seeing him come through the stretch.
The two of them coming down to the wire. Forte on the outside, Cave Rock along the rail, and Forte has upset Cave Rock to win the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
But yeah, he had some hiccups along the way, but still the talent came through. He wins the Fountain of Youth. He comes right back. He wins the Florida Derby. He's heading into the Kentucky Derby as one of the favorites, and he has a foot issue, and we all know the story. Literally, the morning of the Derby, he's a last-minute scratch, and so off of quite a layoff from the Florida Derby being in March, I believe, and then the Belmont being in June. To go 1.5 miles without a race in between. Thought it was a great effort to be second that day. He comes back in what turned out to be kind of a rough run Jim Dandy. He just kind of made his way, through there and got up to beat Saudi Crown right on the money. Just, a lot of fight, a lot of a horse that just absolutely knows where the wire is and how to get his head down on the wire. And we love seeing that. We love seeing a horse that's got some fight in him. One of the biggest things about it, he's out of a Blame mare, and you can't hardly ever go wrong with those. You go back, you've got Folklore, that's back in his pedigree, Essential Quality back in his pedigree. I mean, there's some really nice Grade 1 horses as you look back through his pedigree. It's a deep female family, so we're thrilled to have him, and so happy we can show him off to all of our breeders.